everyone, I hope you're well. As Valentine's Day is right upon us, I thought I'd come with some last minute Valentine's gifts or love gifts. If you don't celebrate Valentine's Day, just nice little gifts anyway. Okay, so these are some low cost gifts. Okay, this first one's going to be just a simple jar filled with treats, and I've got some tags here. You can purchase these yourself or you can cut them out if you want to. I've just cut these out with a die making machine. I have some hearts. I have this. This was what I made from a different project. And Paco, come. Sorry guys, my cat's crying downstairs. Anyway, yeah, so this was from a different project that I was making at the weekend, and I thought I might use it. Whoops, I might use it here. I've got these acrylic painter pens because I thought I might use them. I might draw on the actual glass. I have a ribbon, and you can choose whatever colour scheme you want. I'm going to be giving this to a male. So what I find is sometimes, okay, yeah, I love pink, but like men can have pink. There's nothing wrong with pink. Some men don't mind pink, but I think when you add black to like red or pink, it kind of gives it that masculine kind of feel. And I was thinking of doing gold, so I bought these colours down of washi tape in case I needed it, but I realised that the hardware on this jar is silver, so I'm gonna probably get my silver pen if I'm gonna use silver. Anyway, moving on. Yeah, I don't know exactly what I'm gonna do, but I thought we can have a play and see. Paco! Right, I'm back now. Okay, so I bought this silver one out just in case I need it, and I'll take that gold one away. And this washi tape, I might use this as a backing bit on the tag. Just so that I can, just so that it gives it a nice little backing. If you don't have washi tape, you can just use paper or card or something, or you don't have to put it on there. And I think I might put this on here. Let me see what it will look like. Just like. Oops. And I have these like pearls and stuff, but I think because it's for a guy, I might leave the bling off. You can put it on there if you want to. And just looking at what that looks like with it together. It's gone really dark, hasn't it? Oh my goodness. Just thinking whether to put that on there as well. Maybe. I think I'm gonna put a light on. Hold on 1 minute. Okay, so I put the light on, but I think I'm casting shadows, so I do apologize. Okay, so where was I? I'll see what it looks like drawing something on here. And these I got from Amazon. These is by STA. But this is the silver one, and doesn't show up that well, the silver. Oh no, I don't like the silver. I'm going to wipe it off while it's still wet. I'll try the white one. Yeah, that looks nice. I like that better. You don't have to do this. If if you don't want to. I just think it just adds to the little look of it. You can put a strip of paper around, a bit of paper around the jar instead, if you want to. Okay, so I've done that with the white, and I'm just putting just some dots around just to add to the little decorations, just like filling in the little gaps with dots.
Ah, did I smudge it? Ah, I just like to say I'm going to leave it to dry and I smudged it a bit. There's the one that smudged a bit.
You can use, oops, you can use any type of pen really. Glass write-on pens, paint markers, all different. Or you don't have to even draw on it if you don't want to. And then with this, I might just write, should I write for you? So I've just wrote for you on there. Just let that dry a little bit. And then just the ribbon, put it on the tag. Okay, so the two tags just look like this. And you can use ribbon or you can use twine, you can use string, anything really. And it's just like really simple. You can do a knot. I'm trying to see, the bow doesn't look very pretty, does it? No, let's change that. So I just cut the bow off because I think it just looked a bit fussy. And that's that. And for the lid, you can also do something on the lid. I might put a heart. So I got some hearts here, and I'm just going to run some glue on the back of this one. And just add it onto here. And then put it on the top of the jar. I'm going to be using some of this red tape just so that it's a bit stronger. And then that's it. Just to add a little look of it. Just add a little something to it. And then can it stand up? I don't think it can it? Oh, that's it. Then I'm going to fill it. I have some of these Toblerones here. Some of these Toblerones. You can add whatever the person that you're giving it to, whatever kind of things they like, you can fill it with that. And I like the colours of these. These have got like that, you know, the red, the white and the silver. It matches that, but I'm going to add some of these as well. So like I said, you can fill it with anything you like really, but I do like miniature chocolates or miniature treats in jars and stuff like that. And there you go. Oop. There you go. First, simple, quick and easy. So I just added some black squiggles and dots on there just to tie in the black colour, and then on the top I just decorated the top a little bit. So for the next little project, I'm using these little baby toys. This is a rattle, and this is like it's a rattle as well with a teething bit on there. And I'm using two of the heart cushions, a pink one and a yellow one. And I had the idea for this because I was in the shop and these two was on the shelf, and this was like this on there on the shelf, and I thought it actually came on there, and then when I saw someone had just put them together, so I thought I'll do it myself. So that's what I'm gonna do. And then I saw this yellow heart, and my youngest saw a blue heart cushion and he really loved it, so he got that one. So I went back and got him a yellow one, and I'm going to make him one with this on it. So for this I'm going to be using coloured thread, and obviously you just match it to what you're using. So I got pink and yellow, and some pins and needles. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this bit off. I know it sounds really mean, isn't it? I'm going to cut this bit off and cut the arms off. So I'm going to do that now. And oh, it's so sad. Oh, that's a bit mean. And I'm gonna cut the arm off. Oh, it's so sad. And I'm gonna do the same with this little one. And these ones was easier to cut than the other one because it's sewn. This has an actual seam. So if you sew just past it, sorry, if you cut just past the seam, you don't cut the arm, and it stays intact, and all the bit, you know, you won't have to sew. You won't have to sew it closed. Whereas this, I'm gonna have to sew it closed on this one. And the head, this one, it was attached at the back, and for this one it was attached on the top, so I'm gonna have to close this up. So if you're gonna be trying this out and you get to this stage, I'd say close this before you try and sew it onto the pillow, because then you won't be faffing about with it. And if you didn't want to sew it, you can use a hot glue gun and just put it together, or you can use like no thread glue or fabric glue, and you could just put it there, and you can use that instead of sewing it. And if you need to, you can use the pins to close the oops you can use the pins to close the hole, so that you don't have to be holding it closed while you're sewing. But just be careful of your fingers. So I'm going to sew this. I'm just using just a normal needle and thread. Really be careful with the pins, and all you're going to do really is just sew this little bit closed. This is so awkward. I'm going to quickly sew it and come back. Right, that's done now. So I excuse me, I sewed up the back. It doesn't have to be super neat, because don't forget it's going to be going on top of the cushion. And I've done closed up the arms or hands. And oh, let me take the tag off. All I'm gonna do is just put this on here, and you can use the pins again to hold it in place if you want to. So basically all I'm doing is sewing it between there and the cushion. Again, if you wanted to, you could hot glue this on. I'm sure it would hold it, but I'm going to sew it. And then you just push it through here, and then oops, let's see, push it through here and then through there. And then I'm just going to pull it again through here, so through the head and then through the cushion, and then pull it through. And I'm going to do it again. So I'm going to do all the back bit and come back. So I've done the back, and if you can see the front bit, the head flops up, so I'm going to sew the front bit down as well. And all I'm doing is just bringing it around back, and then through the cushion bit, and then up through this bit, so that it can kind of keep it, so that it can keep it down. And I'm just pushing it up and kind of putting it where I want it to lie down, as it were. Whoops. And then pushing it through so that she will lie down flat. So I'm going to continue and I'll be back. So the head is on. Don't know if you can see, my angle's a bit weird, but yeah, the head's on now. And as I was saying before, so yeah, as I was saying, I tried to put some what do you call it, some sews. I don't know why. I tried to sew it at the front so that she would look like she's down, her head's down that way. And then I'm going to get the arms and I'm going to sew them on. And these are only little, so they're not, I don't know, it might look a bit funny, but I'm going to do it anyway. And yep, be right back. Okay, so this one's all done. So she's all done, and her arms are there, done. And oops, like the arms, like I said, they were quite small. So, but this is it. This is this one. So we're going to move on to this one. And this one, I think because the arms are a bit bigger, it will look even better. Yeah. and these are so nice and soft. They're really, really nice. And if your teddy or rattle, your toy or plush, whatever you call it, if it had legs, you can put the legs on. See, like, imagine these were the legs. You could just put the legs on underneath and that would look really nice as well. That would look cute. Anyway, so I'm going to put the head on. Let me see which side. This side. So I'm going to put it on here like that. And again, I'm going to go like in the middle and then up. How rude, my battery died. So where was I? I think I was saying that, yeah, I'm going to go up through the top and then through here like, oops, through the top and then through here like that, so that it can be on top and not underneath. That's it. It would help if I was using the right thread, wouldn't it? I was using the pink one. Alright, here we go. So I'm going to go up through here and then so it stays at the top. Ooh. And then put it through there. And then again through here, put it up. Ooh. And through there. And then again through there, through the top. I don't even know if you can see this funny angle, and then pull it. So I'm gonna continue with this off camera because everything's dropping everywhere, and I'll be back. So that's the head done, and again I did the front and the back to keep it stable. And now we're gonna do the arms. Let me just double check the right way. Okay, so just go up from the middle and then through here, because I find when I do it that way, it kind of, the arms kind of set nicely. I'm out of, I keep on going out of shot. I'm so sorry. My goodness. And then up. Ow! And up. And again through this bit and then up through here. And I'm going to carry on and do the other one and I'll be back. Okay, so he's done. I don't know if you could get, hold on. So he's done, and his arms are nice. The arms are done. I think it looks all right. I'm wondering if I can, because remember, yeah, it's got some of this extra material. I was wondering if I could make feet, like legs with it, but it's got this colour on here. Because I have this, and it's got some of the inside bits. I could feel some of this and that. Let me have a look. Let me have a play. So I'm just going to cut this in half. So I'll cut that bit off, just the back of it. So I've cut these two off, and I'm just thinking, like, even if I just make it like this and sew it around, and then it can have legs. But I'm seeing, I don't think I've got, it's not gonna be, they're not gonna be the same because the size is different of each one, so it's gonna be thin unless I make a so I'm just going to try and line it up so they're both the same size, and I'm going to sew around here and then fill it, and I'll be right back. Okay, so this one's done, and this one I sewed them inside out, and then I'm going to flip it inside out and push it with my finger, and then with a pencil I'm just going along the edges to push it out properly. There you go. And then I'm going to use this, the filler that was in here, I'm going to take it out and use it to fill the legs of this one, which, whoop. Oh my goodness, really? And push it in, and then I'm going to use the pencil again. I'm going to use the pencil again to push it into all the edges, and that's that one. And I'll push it in, oops, and again just use the pencil to push all the pieces. I think I can do with a little bit more in here. Let me see this one. I can do with a little bit more in here. There's quite a bit of filling in these things. So that's these two, and I'm just going to sew them on here and on here like this, and I'll be back. Okay, so there's the feet on there, so that was definitely an extra little piece, but I think it looks quite cute. So let me put him down and this one down. I'll get to show you in properly. Hold on. So this one, and the lighting is terrible. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. So this one is done, and this one. So yeah, I'm quite chuffed with these. And these you can give it to anyone really, like people who like teddies, people who like cushions, children. I will say, if you're going to give it to a child, make sure you sew the head on really well, because it's got a rattle in there, so we wouldn't want that to come out. And just make sure you sew the parts on really securely if you're going to give it to a young child. So that's them two. I'm quite pleased with them actually. There they are. And there's his little feet there. They are so cute. I'm actually really pleased with them. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you soon with some more DIYs. Bye. I don't even know if you can see this funny angle, and then pull it. So, oh my gosh. I need a better setup. Alright. Again, I'm going to push it in. Sorry about this funny angle. Oh gosh. It's so